An offset log cabin quilt block is a variation of a traditional log cabin quilt block, and it can give you a lot of fun designs that looks like it uses curves even though there's no curved piecing in it. Today I'm going to show you how to make this block. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pojagi, and embroidery. So a traditional log cabin quilt block has a square in the middle, and then you add bars all around it in a clockwise or counterclockwise way, and then it comes out with a piece and it kind of looks like a half square triangle. Often it has dark bars on one corner and light bars on the other corner. But today I'm going to show you a fun variation of this block that's called the offset log cabin. And the reason why it's called offset cabin is because we can clearly see this is not a diagonal line. This does have a square and then bars going around it, but clearly there's a lot more red fabric in this block than there is white fabric. And that's because these bars that we've added are different widths. And that's what gives this look. And this can be used in a lot of quilt layouts to give the impression of curved lines, because it kind of curves instead of looking like a straight line. So we can see if we take some of our traditional log cabin quilt layouts, like this one and this one, this gives the impression of curved lines. We can see the difference between using this block and using just a regular log cabin block. So this block is not difficult to do. It's actually made in just the same way as we make a traditional log cabin block, but the blocks are different widths. So the main thing to think about is what size pieces you got. So I'm making a 2-color block with this light fabric and this red fabric, and I'm making a block that will finish at 9 inches. So choose your fabric and let's get started making this block. So for the offset log cabin block, our pieces are a little bit different than a traditional log cabin block, but we do start with the center square. So this square is 3.5 inches, and then with our light fabric, these strips are 1.5 inches wide. And we have one that's 3.5 inches long, 4.5, and then 6.5 and 7.5 inches long. And then our dark color strips are 2.5 inches wide. So we have a 4.5, a 6.5, a 7.5, and a 9.5. And if you want to see all of these dimensions written down, then if you look in the description, I have a link to a written tutorial that has all these dimensions, so you don't have to just try and remember them. Because it's a little bit more complicated than a traditional log cabin. But once you see how it goes together in just the same way. So we're gonna start with our center square. So that goes in the middle. And then we'll start with our light strips, and we will put the 3.5 inch and 4.5 inch on one corner. And then with our darker strips, we will put those on the other corner. So this is our 4.5 and this is our 6.5. So this is our first round. We put them on just the same way as a regular log cabin. We rotate around the center square. So here's what it looks like with the first round of strips put on. And now we're going to put on our second round of strips. So we'll put our light ones on this corner. Oh, that's the wrong side up. Put the light ones on this corner, and then our dark ones on this corner. And so we can see, just like a regular log cabin, but the bars or the logs are different widths. So also just like a regular log cabin, I press all the seams towards the bar or the strip that I'm adding onto the piece. So when I add this one on here, I'm going to press the seam this way. And that just eliminates some of the bulk in the seams. And I do that for both the light and the dark pieces. So all of the seams are pressed towards the piece that I've just added on. So now I'm going to add the next round of bars. So here's our piece with the second round of bars put on. And that's all there is for this block. It's only 2 complete rounds. There's no more odd strips to put on to finish it off. Now this block is 9.5 inches right now, so it finishes at 9 inches in your finished quilt. So if you added one more set of white bars on the corner, then it would be a 10-inch block. And if you put in on another full round of 1.5 inch bars and then 2.5 inch bars, it would be a 12-inch finished block. So it's easy to make this block larger if you want to use it in a different project. So as we can see, this block does have kind of a curved edge to it. It doesn't look like the diagonal line that traditional log cabin blocks usually have. So have fun playing with this block and getting some unusual designs in your log cabin quilts. And for more quilt blocks, quilt tutorials, patterns, inspiration, check out my website, epidastudio.com.